Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, we're going to be talking through some player props I like on Prizepicks for today's MLB slate on Monday, June the 30th. Now we only have 8 games today, so it is a little bit of a smaller slate. Just got 2 plays for today, going to keep it simple. Didn't really see a lot of plays I loved, taking a look at the board the night before. There's still a lot of props we're waiting to get added. A lot of the pitcher props right now, like for example, the strikeout props for pitchers, it's like only demons and goblins. So I have, you have to be really selective with like the plays you take the night before, just because there's not going to be as much available. But I did find 2 early plays I liked. Looking at the board the night before, we're going to break down these plays. We're going to share why I like them. Now, before we do get started, guys, make sure that you hit that like button down below if you enjoy these Prizepicks videos. Hit that subscribe button as well. And if you guys are new to the channel, and if you are new to Prizepicks, if you don't have a Prizepicks account, make sure to sign up. Use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Prizepicks with my promo code and place your first $5 lineup. You're going to get $50 instantly added to your account. Easy way to start to build up your bankroll on Prizepicks. You don't have to deposit a bunch of money. You can just put the minimum in, and you'll still get those $50 worth of free promo funds, money that they add to your account. Use that money to hopefully win some money and start to build up your bankroll on Prizepicks. So check them out, guys, and make sure to use that code NOAH when you do sign up. And then we also do have a partnership with Sleeper, so I want to shout out Sleeper as well. If you guys don't have an account over on Sleeper, you can download the Sleeper app, use promo code NOAH when you sign up, and you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. So whatever you put in on that first deposit, it will get matched up to $100. You put in $100, they'll give you an additional $100 to play with. So it's pretty self-explanatory. And if you guys don't know what Sleeper is, they're a DFS pick'em app similar to Prizepicks, where you just pick more or less on player projection. You build out your lineup. You can do up to an 8-pick lineup on Sleeper, win up to 100x your money. And Sleeper does offer a lot of discounts, a lot of promotions throughout the week. They give out free squares to all new users. So there's definitely some incentives to sign up for Sleeper. And again, if you don't have an account over there yet, use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up. But let's go ahead and talk about some plays, guys. I do like for today on Monday. Now, I want to recap our plays from our video on Sunday before we talk through today's plays. So we gave out 3 picks Sunday. Unfortunately, it was not a good day for us. We went 1 and 2 on the 3 picks that we gave out. We did hit on Kyle Raleigh over 5.5 fantasy score, but missed on Jose Ramirez over 6.5 fantasy score, missed on Eduardo Rodriguez over 17.5 pitching outs. And it just happens. You're going to have bad days like that. Felt really good about the prop on Jose Ramirez. I think both fantasy score lines for the hitters got bumped. And then I think Eduardo Rodriguez's pitching outs line got taken off the board because the odds were so heavily favored for it to go over. So we got some really good value on the plays Sunday. Just things didn't go in our way. That's going to happen. We've still been crushing with our MLB plays lately. Still been doing really well. Obviously, disappointing day on Sunday, but we're going to get right back out of here for this slate on Monday and try and make some money here on this Monday slate. I mean, I think over our last 28 picks that we've given out, we're still, I think, 21-7. So we're still hitting our plays at a well over a 75% clip. I'm pretty sure around a 75% clip, just over the last few weeks. So we just been hitting the plays consistently. Obviously Sunday didn't go well, but like I said, we're going to get right back out of here for Monday. Got 2 plays for Monday. Going to keep it simple. Let's go ahead and break down these plays and talk about why I like them. So the first prop I do like for today is going to be a hitter fantasy score. And the hitter fantasy score that I like is going to be in the Rays and the Athletics game. And I like Junior Caminero for more than 5.5 hitter fantasy score. So this is a really good matchup for Junior Caminero going up against Jacob Lopez. Jacob Lopez is going to be pitching for the Athletics today. Now, Jacob Lopez has not been a bad pitcher by any means. He's got a 3.56 ERA, a 3.33 expected ERA. Ranks above league average in a lot of metrics, including expected batting average, strikeout stuff. He's got decent strikeout stuff. But this is not the best spot for him going on the road into Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's ballpark this year is playing very hitter-friendly. The Rays used to play in a very pitcher-friendly ballpark, but their ballpark got destroyed during the hurricane. So they're looking at they're playing a new ballpark now. They're playing in a minor league stadium this season. I can't remember what the name of the stadium is, but they're playing in a minor league ballpark this year that's playing very hitter-friendly. And you look at the Rays, their offense has been a lot better at home this year. It kind of makes sense because, again, they're playing in a very hitter-friendly ballpark. And Junior Caminero has had really good splits at home this year. He's batting .320 at home this season. On the road, he's batting 169. So just a drastic difference when it comes to his home and road splits. And if we look at his home splits versus left-handed pitching, really solid. He's batting 264 versus left-handed pitching at home with a 305 on base percentage, 396 slug, OPS just over 700, 98 WRC plus. Hasn't been as good against left-handed pitching this year as he has been against right-handed pitching, but his splits are still a lot better at home, which is something that I like to see. And he also matches up really well against the pitches that Jacob Lopez throws. So Jacob Lopez pretty much uses a 4-pitch mix: fastball, slider, cutter, changeup. His top 2 pitches, fastball, slider, he throws those 2 pitches about 70% of the time. So Lopez really relies heavily on his fastball and his slider. And those are 2 pitches that Caminero has hit very well this year. If you look at his numbers against fastballs, 250 average, 696 slug. His numbers against sliders, 320 average, 620 slug. In terms of run value, Caminero has the highest run value of all the pitches he's seen this season. His highest run value is against fastballs and sliders. So 2 pitches that Lopez uses the most are 2 pitches that Caminero has hit very well this season. Like we said, Caminero, great splits at home this year. Guy that has a lot of power. Pretty sure he already has like 20 home runs or over 20 home runs this season. Does have some stolen base potential as well. He does have, I believe, he does have 5 stolen bases, so he kind of is a threat to run too. He can give you some stolen base upside. But I like the spot for the Rays, at home, where they've been really good offensively this year and a good hitter's park. The Rays have a team total over 5 runs today, which you look at all the team totals today, only the Phillies have a higher team total than the Rays do. So the Rays are in a spot where they're projected to put up some runs, and I think this is a good spot specifically for Junior Caminero. So we're going to take him for more than 5.5 hitter fantasy score. And then the other prop that I like is an earned runs allowed prop, a pitcher prop. We're going to take Trevor Rogers for less than 2.5 earned runs allowed. Now, we haven't seen Trevor Rogers much this season. He's actually only made 3 starts this season. His first start of the season was on May 24th against Boston, and he did give up 0 runs in that outing. I'm pretty sure he pitched really well in that start. Let's see. Yeah, he went 6 1/3, only gave up 2 hits, 0 runs, pitched really well. And then he made another start about, I want to say, almost a month later. I think he got called. I'm pretty sure he's been in the minors, I think, for a lot of this season, but he got called up and then made a start against Tampa Bay. He did give up 3 runs to Tampa Bay, but that was a tough spot. He had to go on the road into Tampa Bay. Like we've said, that's a good ballpark for hitters. In that start, Trevor Rogers only pitched 2 1/3, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs. But then in his last start, bounced back in a big way, pitched 8 shutout innings against the Rangers, only allowed 3 hits. So in 2 of his 3 starts this season, he's given up 0 runs, gave up 3 runs to the Rays, but that was a difficult spot for him. This should be a pretty good matchup for Trevor Rogers going up against the Rangers. He just faced the Rangers in his last start, which does concern me a little bit because, it's always going to benefit an offense to face a pitcher again, like for the second time when they've already seen him once, because maybe there's something you didn't catch up on in the first start against Rogers. Maybe there was certain pitches that he was throwing really well that the Rangers hitters were struggling with, and they can kind of adjust for that in this game. But still, I think this is a good matchup for Trevor Rogers because the Rangers have been really bad against left-handed pitching this season. If you look at their splits against left-handed pitching, and if you look at where they rank in terms of their offensive metrics, in terms of batting average, the Rangers rank 24th in batting average. They rank 27th in on-base percentage, 26th in slugging, 28th in OPS, and 27th in WRC+. So the Rangers are pretty much bottom 5 in almost every offensive metric against left-handed pitching this season. This game's going to be played in Texas, which is a pretty good pitcher's ballpark. Ever since Texas got a new ballpark with a roof, Texas's ballpark actually used to play very hitter-friendly, especially like during the summer when it would get really hot in Texas. But they got a new ballpark with a roof, so it doesn't play nearly as hitter-friendly as the old ballpark did. So it's actually a pretty good pitcher's park now, pitching in Texas. And like we said, really a good matchup here for Rogers facing a Rangers team that has really struggled against left-handed pitching this season. Rogers has been pitching fairly well in the majors this year. He hasn't made many starts, but he's pitched well in the starts that he has made. I think this is another good opportunity for him to pitch well. I feel pretty good about him getting through this outing without allowing 3 runs. He's been great this year in terms of a lot of his expected ERA. He's only got a 2.68 expected ERA. I know it's a really small sample because he's only made 3 starts, but a 2.68 expected ERA, a 2.3 or a 2.30 expected batting average. Strikeout stuff, not great. Like, he hasn't been getting a lot of strikeouts, but not sure that really matters here against Texas. Texas, I think, already is a team that doesn't really strike out much against lefties, or they actually are top 10 in strikeout rate against lefties, but like, he's not really walking any batters, only giving up a 4.7%. He only has a 4.7% walk rate, which is great because if you're betting on a pitcher to not give up runs, you obviously don't want them walking batters, because if they're walking batters, that's going to lead to opportunity to give up runs if guys are on base. But Rogers hasn't really been walking many batters. Not giving up a lot of barrels. Like, he's only allowed a 4.3% barrel percentage, not giving up a ton of like hard hits. So I think it's a good spot for Trevor Rogers. I like him for less than 2.5 earned runs allowed here. So these are going to be the two props, guys, that we roll with for today on Monday. Again, it's a smaller slate today, so just going to keep it simple. Not going to give out a bunch of plays if there's not stuff that I'm confident in. I'm only going to give you guys plays that I'm confident in. And looking at the board the night before, these are two props I do like on Sunday night. Again, taking a first look at the board the night before. But appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys watching these Prizepicks videos as always. Make sure that you hit that like button down below before you do get out of here. Hit that subscribe button as well. And go check out Prizepicks, guys. Use that promo code NOAH when you do sign up for Prizepicks. When you play $5, you get $50 instantly added to your account. Check them out. Sign up. Use that code NOAH if you have not yet. But good luck tonight, guys. Let's win some money. I'll see you guys in the next video.